Hello dear students, welcome back to GDC Class English, especially for the special series which we have started for all pharma aspirants regarding GPAT, NIPER and pharmacist and all pharma competitive examination, that is PYQs from Pharmacognosy, right? Previous year questions from the Pharmacognosy, especially from 1988 to 2025, 1988 to 2025 questions, topic wise we are discussing, right? You know very well because we already made 3 of the videos and already we have uploaded. Yeah, and yes, so in this particular video we are going to solve and we are going to see previous year questions of cognosy from glycoside topic from 1988 to 2025. So thereby you will understand the pattern and how was the pattern was changing from year to year and what type of questions are important. And yes, from glycosides, let us start the session. But you know very well, what you need to do is that share this video to your friend who is preparing for GPAT and NIPER and other pharma competitive examination. Okay, so because so many questions may come from this particular video as well. Okay, clear? Yes. So and also do subscribe if you're watching this channel. Okay, first of its time. Yes. So first question of this glycosides. Yes. Okay. Okay. First question. Choose the correct statement or sentence from the following. In that first one, anthraquinone derivatives are generally detected by bone-tracking test. Anthrone is pale yellow substance and soluble in alkali. Anthrone is soluble in alkali and shows a strong and red fluorescence. And bone-tracking test is negative for the anthraquinones, that is reduced form. See, please do carefully watch the question or do carefully read the question, so thereby you will get the right answer. Okay. Yes. See, they gave you 4 statements, but they are asking which of the following are the correct statements, and also given options only R, only Q and R, and only P and yes. What is the right option here? Okay, what is the right option? This question is from the GPAT 2025. Okay, I hope the right answer will be P and yes. Why? Because see, you can see right answer is P and yes. Why? Because anthraquinone derivatives are generally treated by bond-tracking test, but whereas okay, the reduced forms of anthraquinone derivatives like anthraноls, okay, anthraноls cannot be detected by bond-tracking test. They need to be detected by the modified bond-tracking test. Clear? So that's why. So this statement, these two are right. Clear? Yes. Next. Chicosetsu-saponin is present in chicosetsu-saponin. Yes, there are some specific secondary metabolites. Okay, we know most of the secondary metabolites like alkaloids, glycosides, they have a chief chemical consonance, right? But in the chief chemical consonance also they have a special type of chemical consonance. You should definitely remember, right? No, etoposide, okay, chicosetsu-saponin, palsitaxol, okay, like how. Firstly, chicosetsu-saponin is obtained from the which of the following? The question is from 2024 GPAT exam. Okay, so what is the right answer? Seneca, Polygala seneca, ginseng, kulia bark, and licorice root. What is the right answer? Yes, undoubtedly this question is from the ginseng, right? Ginseng. Okay, it is a saponin glycoside. Clear? So that's why chicosetsu-saponin, ginseng, Panax ginseng. Okay, Panax ginseng, Panax ginseng. So it contains chicosetsu-saponin. Clear? It contains ginsenosides, panaxosides. Clear? So that try to remember, along with ginsenosides and panaxosides, other chief chemical constants chicosetsu-saponin. Okay, very good. Next, the most suitable test for digitoxos is digitoxos. We have made a video on cardiac glycosides. If not, if you have watched the video, okay, please go and watch. Till now, we have not watched the video. Go and watch the video. We have uploaded on our GDC English channel. This channel, okay, this channel itself we have uploaded. Okay, now tell me which of the following is a suitable test for digitoxos. 2024 question. See, as I said, that always apply the elimination method. 2 odd options will be there, directly eliminate them. Yes, why? Because drag and drop test is not for the glycoside, right? Hager's test is also not for the glycoside. Now tell me from these two, which is a right option for the test? Okay, yes. So do you know digitoxin? The digitoxin leaf contains digitoxin, a glycan moiety. Okay, clear. And yes, it contains a digitoxy sugar, that is a deoxy sugar. Clear? So this deoxy sugar can only confirmed by means of the 𝘿𝙗𝘖𝙀 test, right? So undoubtedly the test will be 𝘿𝙗𝘖𝙀. The 𝘿𝙗𝘖𝙀 test is mainly confirms the presence of distalis based on the presence of distoxy sugar. Yeah, distalis confirmed by the 𝘿𝙗𝘖𝙀 test because of distoxy sugar. It reacts with the distoxy sugar. It is a deoxy glucose. Okay, deoxy sugar. Yeah, yes. Next question. Come on. Unicellular conical warty trichomes are parasitic stomata and with the xylem vessels and annular thickening are important microscopical feature of which of the following glycoside. Okay, yes, which of the following? Datura metal, okay, and 𝘂𝙬𝙎𝘾𝙐𝙎𝙎𝙄𝙊𝙉 and distal is purpurea and 𝑎𝑡𝑟𝑜𝑝A Again, you can eliminate two wrong options. See, if you try to apply that elimination method, you should develop that method, right? Datura metal, datura is a alkaloid, okay, it is tropyl alkaloid, 𝑎𝑡𝑟𝑜𝑝A is a tropyl alkaloid. Now tell me from these two options, okay, either it's a distalis or senna, 𝘂𝙬𝙎𝑃𝑎, okay, yes, it is a senna, right? 𝘂𝙬𝙎𝑃𝑎, clear? Try to remember, okay, few repeated and few important microscopical features of drugs, I'll tell you, okay. So, warty trichomes, okay, whenever you see the word called warty trichomes, try to remember that is undoubtedly a senna. Okay, senna is a one drug that contains, in your syllabus, see, in your syllabus, senna is the only drug containing warty trichomes and T-shaped trichomes are seen in Naxomica. Do remember these things, okay, clear? Clear? Yes. And circular stomata is seen in colchicum. C for colchicum. C for circular stomata. C for colchicum. Circular stomata. Okay. Yes. So, 𝘂𝙬𝙎𝑃𝑎 contains warty trichomes. With that one hint you can identify. Aloe contains which type of glycosides? Yes, based on the glycosidic linkage, we have divided them into four types, right? C glycoside, O glycoside, right? N glycoside and S glycoside. But even though, okay, even though they do contain more than two glycoside linkages, more than like yes, one glycoside linkage is there, but which of the following it becomes? Okay, which of the following it belongs to? C glycoside or O glycoside, N or S glycoside? Clear? So maybe C like that. Okay. Okay, now tell me which of the following glycoside it is? Aloe. So in that we have already mentioned the classification. The classification we have discussed. Okay. Yes. What is the right answer for this one? Okay. Obviously, it is a C glycoside. In the C glycoside, aloe. Okay. In the C glycoside, we have mentioned the examples that aloe, cascara, and cochineal. Clear? Cascara. Clear? Yes. So aloe is a belong to the family. Sorry, belong to the C glycosides. Okay. Please do remember the table. We have repeated so many times. Okay, so try to remember the classification based on the glycosidic linkage as well. Examples of the glycosidic linkages. Next one. 2023 question this is. Modified bond trackers test is used to detect the presence of which type of glycoside? O type of glycoside, C type, N type and N type. What's the right answer? Modified bond trackers. See, bond trackers and modified bond. What makes a difference? In the modified bond trackers we use, okay, we use FeCl3. Just additionally, we just add FeCl3, thereby it detects. Okay, yes, tell me. Okay, undoubtedly it is a C type of glycosides, right? Modified bond trackers is for the C and C. Try to remember, modified bond trackers is for the, okay, C glycosides, but whereas bond trackers is for the C and O glycosides, which means it is for the senna. Okay, yes. Next. Match the types of glycoside under column 1 with the respect to example under column 2. Choose the correct option. GPAT 2023 question. Okay. So here they have mentioned the nucleus of glycosides, which means chemical nucleus or chemical structure. And with respect to that, they gave you the examples of the particular thing. Okay. So tell me. So with such type of questions, what you need to do? Try to get two references. Try to get two right answers. At least you should know one option, right? You will know the one option. So tell me. Cardiac glycoside. Which one is the cardiac glycoside? We know already. Simple option. Cardiac, right? Distalis, right? And cyanogenetic, obviously, beta almond. Yes, anthracene, senna. Okay, with this you can conclude. So you should firstly look for the options that you know. Thereby you'll get the right answer. Okay. Yes. Next. So right answer will be, okay, A, that is 1R anthracene glycoside is senna, and 2P cardiac glycoside is for okay, distalis, and 3 Q, that is liquorize, obviously cyanogenetic is T. Yes. Next question. Dias and steroidal saponin glycoside of 𝘂𝙎𝑃𝑎 tubers after hydrolysis. Simple. Diosine is a glycoside obtained from the 𝘂𝙎𝑃𝑎 tubers, but after hydrolysis, what it gives? In generally, a glycoside, okay, any glycoside, the glycoside upon hydrolysis it gives, okay, sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety, right? Sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety. The sugar moiety ends with xenin, right? Xenin or side. They usually ends with xenin or side. Xenin or side. Okay. And this, sorry, sugar moiety in the glucose, okay, in the glycosides, okay, sugar moiety ends with O's, right? Distoxose, rhamnose, galactose. Non-sugar moieties usually ends with xenin, okay, digitoxyxenin, okay, and side, galactoside, senoside, okay, etoposide, like how. Clear? Now tell me, upon this 𝙈 upon hydrolysis gives what sugar moiety and what non-sugar moiety? Okay, what is the right answer? This question is 2023 GPAT exam. Okay, yes, undoubtedly it gives a diazinon. Okay, diazinon, one non-sugar moiety and one sugar glucose moiety, and another one two rhamnose molecules. Try to remember. Okay, diazinon, one rhamnose, two glucose molecules. It gives upon hydrolysis of diazinon. Okay, yes, 2022 question. Next, star spots present in the transpose section of dicorticated, okay, decorticated rhubarb rhizomes are, okay. So star spots, usually star spots are present in which location and represents which place of the, okay, rhubarb rhizomes? Lignified cells, pericyclic fibers, concentric vascular bundles, and calcium crystals of calcium oxide crystals. Crystals of calcium oxide. What is the right answer? We know already, right? Because in these questions they have already repeated, right? So vascular bundle. So which means star spots have been seen, this star spots, right? In the epidermis layer, right? When you see the microscopy of this rhubarb rhizome, okay. So a stars like glittering position places there, okay. So these are nothing but a vascular bundle. The star spots represents the concentric vascular bundle of the, okay, rhubarb rhizome. Okay, yes. Next, which of the below are true for rutin? Okay, according to this statement, which are following us true for rutin? Rutin is a bioflavonoid. Rutin is a flavonoid glycoside. Rutin is used in the capillary bleeding, and rutin is used as a vitamin P. So which statement is correct here? Okay, Rutagravalens family, Rutaceae. It is obtained from the, okay, yes. So yes, tell me the right answer. This question is from 2022. Okay, yes, this question the right is, all of these are right. Yes, it is a bioflavonoid, and also as it contains a bioflavonoid, and yes, it is a flavonoid glycoside, and yes, it is used in the capillary bleeding. Why? Because it has a, okay, PAF, platelet activating factor. Okay, clear? Yes, so all of these are true. Next, in yam, see, what is the synonym of yam? Which plant is have the synonym of yam? See, indirect questions, yam, okay, or wild yam, okay, which synonym it is, for which plant this synonym has? So nothing but, okay, it is for the this yam is for the, okay, Diascorea deltoida, Diascorea tubers. Okay, Diascorea tubers are known as yam. Okay, and now in the yam, presence of irregular arrangement of the fibers, the ends which often project from the surface is because of which of the following? Okay, absence of linters, absence of combing, presence of impurities, and improper drying. Okay, what's the reason behind that? Undoubtedly, this question is from 2020, and yes, because of combing, okay, the ends which often project from the surface is because of irregular arrangement. Okay, irregular. See, if you comb your hair, it will be in a regular form, right? So here, because absence of combing, okay, they are irregular arrangement. 2020 question, GPAT 2020 question. Clear? Yes. Next. In yellow, the mucilase containing parenchyma cells are present. Okay, mucilase is present in which part? And right, gels, mucilase. Okay, gums and mucilase. So gum present in which part and mucilase present in which part? Central parenchyma region, pericyclic cells, epidermis, and vascular bundle. In yellow, mucilase containing parenchymatous cells are present in which location? GPAT 2020 question. Yes, already we have discussed regarding this. Okay, so present in the central parenchymatic region. If you assume it is as a, okay, if you assume it is a yellow, okay, in the middle central parenchymatous region is there. In that only we are going to have that yellow mucilase. Okay, thick viscous solution. Glycoside. The glycoside psilocybin in red squill is acts as okay. We know that red squill, okay, okay, that is a sea onion, okay, and yes, it contains a psilocybin, okay, and that what is the use of the psilocybin? Whether it uses a insecticide, a rodenticide, acaricide, and molluscide. What is the use? This question is from 2019 GPAT. Okay, glycoside psilocybin is in the red squill acts as it is a rodenticide. Yes. Okay, red squill uses a rodenticide. You know, and most of a hit rat kill is there a hit for killing the rats and rodents. They use this one. Okay, that psilocybin is a toxic agent which are used as a rodenticide. Next, the concept of cochineal is clear. The cochineal is a dyeing agent, is a coloring dye. Okay, it is obtained from the insect, female insects. Okay, clear. Now tell me. So the constituent of cochineal is cantharidin, hirudin, tannic acid, and carbonic acid. What is the right answer? This question is from GPAT 2018 question. Okay. Yes. So what is the right answer? Yes, it is from the carbonic acid. Okay, it is from the carbonic acid. So cochineal insects, okay, have the carbonic acid, and this is used as a dye. Okay, coloring dye. Next question. Alcina tinctoria belong to family Boraginaceae. Roots are used in GPAT 2018 question. Okay, tell me. So using the treatment of dandruff, toothpaste, facial cleansing wash, and yes, D, lipstick formulations and hair dyes. Lipstick formulation and hair dyes. I'll give you a hint here. Okay, tinctures, alkene tincture. Tinctures are mostly colored preparations. Yes, color preparations are used in which of the following preparations? Undoubtedly, the right option is option D, in the lipstick formulations and hair dyes. Tinctures are color preparations, so the color is required for the hair dyes and the lipstick preparation. That's all. Next question. Okay, a steroidal phytoconjugate lowering of blood sugar is obtained from GPAT 2017 question. In generally, we know that, right? Okay, we know that which is a bitter vegetable present here. I gave you a hint. Okay, bitter principle. See, here we can eliminate directly two options here, two works here. One is Glycyrrhiza glabra. It is a licorice. Okay, it is known to be have a sweetest glycoside. More sugar is there because of potassium and calcium salts. Licorice is known to be the very sweetest root or sweetest glycoside. And in Sanskrit, it is known as atimadur. Okay, atimadur, because of the more sweeter. Okay, it is because of more sweeter. And yes, Quillia saponia, it is saponin glycoside. Saponins are not meant for the reducing the blood sugar levels, but saponins can break down the blood. It can break down the blood and cause a hemolysis. But whereas 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎𝙬, it is a rheumatism root, right? 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎𝙬 is a rheumatism root. Okay, it acts as a corticosteroid. It is a precursor for the synthesis of corticosteroids. So this will be the right option. That is Momotica cherantia. It is nothing but a bitter gourd. Yes, it is used in the used as a anti-diabetic agent. Is GPAT 2017 question. Next, a crude drug powder which is heated with the ferric chloride solution and concentrated with the hydrochloric acid, followed by the extraction with chloroform, and the chloroform layer was treated with ammonia, and the ammonical layer turned into the test. Ammonical layer turned into pink, and the test indicates the presence of which of the following constant? Yes, simply this test. Okay, when you see this ferric chloride solution, HCl, and finally when you add the ammonia, it turns into pink color. That means it is an modified bond triglycerides. Right, that's what I mentioned. Right, what makes the difference between bond triglycerides and modified bond triglycerides? And the modified bond triglycerides, in the initial we add a ferric chloride solution to the sample, right? So after adding sample, finally it both gives a pink color. Okay, yes, so it breaks down the C and C bond. Okay, it breaks down. Why we are adding a ferric chloride solution? When you add this ferric chloride solution, it breaks down. It breaks down the bond between the C and C. Okay, so thereby it is used to detect the Anthraquinone Glycosides. See, that is simply, so this entire test, so simply they have explained about test without mentioning the test name. It is a modified bond triglycerides. If you want me to tell, so what is the other name for this test? What is the other form we can ask this question? Okay, so modified bond triglycerides test is used to detect which of the following? That's another question we can frame from this question. Methanolic extract of crude drug powder, when treated with a magnesium turnings and concentrated hydrochloric acid, turns into solution a magenta color, right? Magenta. And try to remember, when you add a magnesium ribbons, or magnesium turnings, it gives a magenta color. Undoubtedly, this test is for the flavonoids. And what is the test for the flavonoids? The test for flavonoids is undoubtedly Shinoda test. Shinoda test is for the flavonoids. Yes, Vitalmorin for the tropin test. You can eliminate. Again, you can apply the elimination method. Vitalmorin, tropin alkaloids. Okay, 𝘿𝙀𝙎𝙀𝙀, it is for the digitalis, and 𝙂𝙋 agent is for the ergot. So rest of the option is in order. Glycosides are condensed products of, yes, glycosides is a combination of which of the following? Does the glycosides contain protein? Okay. Does the glycoside contain okay, fats? No. So glycoside itself, it is a glycoside means, okay, sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety. Okay, sugar moiety is known as a glycon moiety, non-sugar moiety known as 𝘂𝐿 moiety. Both are linked by a bond called glycosidic bond. Okay, so undoubtedly the option is, okay, sugar and 𝘂𝐿, sugar and 𝘂𝐿. 𝘂𝐿 means non-sugar moiety. Next question. Sodium chromoglycolate has been developed from the molecule which is found to be the 𝘂𝐿𝐼𝐿. See, which of the following constituent is known as a sodium chromoglycolate? Okay, so from which of the following chemical constants sodium chromoglycolate is absorbed? Okay, or else simply you can check the chemical constant of 𝘂𝐿𝐼𝐿. You can again see elimination therapy in this. See, just to detect the wrong option, they'll give you two odd answers. Okay, so tuberculorin and phytostigmine, they are not at all belong to 𝘂𝐿𝐼𝐿 because tuberculorin is from the curare, phytostigmine from the phytostigma. Now tell me from these two. Okay, yes, so the right answer is 𝘾𝐿. The right answer is 𝘾𝐿. Okay, yes, 2016 question. Next, given below are the two statements, one is labeled as assertion and the for the reason. The assertion, yes, Kaskarabag, we have, okay, already gone through this question several times. I hope you will answer this one in a right way. Okay, after collecting the Kaskarabag, it should be allowed for at least 1 year of storage. It should be allowed to store for 1 year. Why? Reason is that fresh bark contain anthranol, which can cause a gripping effect and emetic effect due to it can be oxidized to anthraquinone upon storage. So is this right? Yes, it is right. Why? Because see, if you use this Kaskarabag before 1 year, it can cause a gripping effect. Okay, and emesis and emetic effects. Why? Because that, okay, anthranol cannot be converted into anthraquinone. See, before 1 year, it can be retained, it can be remained as a anthranol, but after 1 year, it is oxidized into anthraquinone. So thereby reduce effects of emetic effects and there is no gripping effect. So reason and assertion both are correct. Both A and R are true, and the reason R is the correct reason for A. Okay, GPAT 2015 question. Next, Brahmi has, okay, Brahmi has a, okay, Brahmi, GPAT 24 question. Brahmi has pentacyclic triterpenoidal saponin glycoside, triterpenoid saponin glycoside, steroidal non-saponin glycoside, tetracyclic triterpenoid saponin glycoside. Okay, Brahmi means it's a plant drug, not a comedian. Okay, not a great comedian, and it is a Brahmi is a plant name. Okay, so it is a, tell me which type of glycoside it is. Okay, Brahmi is a, okay, it is a pentacyclic triterpenoid saponin glycoside. Pentacyclic triterpenoidal saponin glycoside, 2014 question. So that meanwhile going through drugs, at least I remember, okay, when it comes to hyoscine, it is a tropane alkaloid. Okay, and what is the nucleus of tropane? Okay, pyridine and pipyridine. So like how you should check the chemical structures as well. Sometimes it may help you. Isothiocyanate glycosides are prominent in which family? Prominent in which family? Okay, which family? Isothiocyanate glycosides. Okay, black mustard. Okay, black mustard. What is the example? What is the family of black mustard? So here itself we can, okay, we can eliminate two options again, Liliaceae and Apocynaceae. Why? Because Apocynaceae is nothing but okay, Rolfia. Okay, Apocynaceae means indole alkaloids we can find, right? Clear? So Liliaceae we cannot find any type of isothiocyanate glycosides, but undoubtedly family of black mustard, Cruciferae. Example. See, for such type of questions, you should recollect the examples. Okay, isothiocyanate. What are the isothiocyanate glycoside examples? Okay, what is the family? Is there any family related to these options? Yes, Cruciferaceae. Types of fluorescence and UV light shown by the Indian rhubarb. Okay, Indian rhubarb and rhabdolic rhubarb. These are two types. Indian rhubarb will reflect one color. Okay, and rhabdolic rhubarb will show another color. Clear? Yes. So GPAT 2013, which color it shows? Okay, deep violet color. It is a deep violet color. Okay, so now our Indian cricket players jerseys are a deep violet color. Okay, before that they are light blue, right? So deep violet color we are wearing. So that Indian means deep violet jersey we are having. Okay, yes, Indian rhubarb. Next, following characteristics properties are given in the concept of saponins. Yes, what do you mean by saponins? Saponins are, okay, saponins give precipitate by shaking with water. Okay, and the saponins are diterpenes and give a foam upon shaking with water. Saponins are triterpenoid compounds and cause hemolysis of erythrocytes. And yes, they are steroidal or triterpenoid compounds with tendencies to reduce the tension of surface tension of water. Choose the correct option. Yes. So, as I said, that saponins can cause hemolysis to the blood and also they can reduce the surface tension. Meanwhile, studying the physicochemical properties, you should definitely remember, okay, P is false, Q is false, where R and S is true. R and S is true. Yes, they can cause a hemolysis. Very, very important. They cause hemolysis. So that's a test. Okay, hemolytic test is a test, blood test. Okay, so that's a test to confirm the saponins, and foam test also we can confirm. Okay, and yes, but they are not triterpenes. That's why it is not the right option. Q is not the right option. Okay, and yes, they are steroidal and triterpenoidal compounds with tendency. They are steroidal and triterpenoidal. Okay, not a diterpene. Okay, that's why R and S is true. Very good. Come on. Okay, which of the following constituencies are reported to have anti-hepatotoxic activity? 2012 question. Okay, 2012 question. Photophyllotoxin, linalool, androcapulide, and safranal. Okay, so eliminate two options. Photophyllotoxin is anti-cancer. Linalool is a volatile drug. Okay, it is a carminative and stimulant. Now tell me from these two options. Okay, so like how we need to correlate. Okay, photophyllotoxin is anti-cancer drug. Okay, clear. And linalool is obtained from the coriander. So it is a volatile oil. It is a carminative. Now tell me from these two options. Yes, anti-hepatotoxic can be attained by the Androcappus paniculata. Okay, clear? Yes. Given below are four statements in context of 𝘂𝙀𝙎𝘾𝙄𝙎𝑎𝑃. Given below are the context of 𝘂𝙀𝙎𝑃. And yes, it is a saponin. It is used for the semi-synthetic of steroidal drugs. It is not a glycoalkaloid and it is obtained from the Dioscorea tubers. What is the right option? What is the right option here? Tell me the correct statement, correct combination regarding the statement. Okay, 2012 question, 2012 question. Okay, P and Q and R are correct while S is incorrect. While S is incorrect. Yes, it is a saponin glycoside and semi-synthetic of semi-synthesis of steroidal drug, and it's a it is not a glycoalkaloid. It is not a glycoalkaloid, right? Okay, and it's a saponin glycoside. It is not a glycoalkaloid and also it is not obtained from the Dioscorea deltoida but obtained from the puncture vine GPAT. Okay, it is obtained from the GPAT is obtained from the GPAT puncture vine. So that's why, okay, P and Q and R are correct while S is incorrect. Listed below are some phytoconstants and identify the constants present in aloe vera. Okay, so in aloe vera, okay, which of the following will be, okay, identified? Which of the following are the active constants? Only P, Q and R, only S, and P and S. What is the right option? 2012 question in aloe vera. In aloe, we have four species: aloe, barbadensis aloe, okay, Cape aloe, okay, Curaçao aloe, okay, and yes, we have such type of aloes. But now tell me, in aloe, which of the following chemical ones are present? Phytoconstants. Yes, undoubtedly they contain, okay, must and surely they contain barbaloin. Along with that, they contain glucomanone, right? Because we are performing a test called isobarbaloin test. Okay, that's known as cleanse test. Okay, barbaloin test. Okay, or cleanse test. Okay, clear? Yes. So that is to confirm the aloe vera. So Q and R, barbaloin and glucomanone are present in it. Next, given here with our two statements, this toxin is a secondary glycoside from distillase purpurea. Toxin is a partially hydrolyzed glycoside of purpura glycoside A. Determine the correctness of the above statements. Both P and Q are correct. P is true but Q is false. Both P and Q are false. P is false but Q is true. Which is the right statement here? Which is the right statement? Okay. Yes. So tell me the right answer. 2012 question. So the right answer will be P and Q are true. P and Q are true. Yes, it is. Digoxin is obtained from the distillase purpurea and it is partially hydrolyzed into digitoxin is partially hydrolyzed into, okay, digitoxin, okay, digoxin, okay, digitoxin, okay, gitoxin, digoxin, okay, purpura glycoside A, purpura glycoside B, purpura glycoside C and D. So that, right, remember, yes, obviously digitoxin is the first glycosides used to be synthesized, okay, and from that we are going to get the purpura glycosides A. Perivoside is naturally obtained from one of the following plants. Identify the correct name. Perivoside, Dioscorea, ginseng, licorice and thivita. What is the right answer? Periwosite is obtained from. Okay. What is the right answer? Yes, GPAT 2012 question. It is obtained from the 𝘂𝙬𝙬. Clear? Okay. From the liquorize, we are going to get the glycerinic acid. From the ginseng, we are going to get the panaxoside and ginsenosides. From the diascorin, we are going to get the diosine. Okay. Diascorin and diosine. Clear? But periwosite is obtained from the 𝘂𝙬. Yes. Next, study the following statements about the stereochemistry of steroidal glycon in cardiac glycosides. Okay, so what is a stereochemistry of the cardiac glycosides? I think we have discussed this one. Try to remember. Okay, try to remember when it comes to stereochemistry. When it comes to the stereochemistry of cardiac glycosides, try to remember one code. Okay, CTC. CTC. Okay, why? Because here we have three rings, right? Okay, in that A and B, okay, see, A and B, okay, C and D are cis trans, whereas B and C, clear, these two are cis trans, okay, and this BC is a trans. Is it clear? These two are cis fused, and only B and C are the transfused. So now tell me CTC. C, okay, try to remember CTC. Okay, A and B is a cis fused, okay, and B and C transfused, and C and D again cis fused. Clear? These two are cis, and only this one is trans, B and C. Clear? Yes. So the right answer will be, okay, P is true while Q and R, S are false. Clear? Only first option is right because A, B, C, D are cis fused while B and C is a transfused. Okay. Yes. Next, CTC. Which of the following statement are true for ginseng root? It is among the most traded plant material of Brazil. It is obtained from the Panax ginseng and Panax pinguifolium. It is obtained from the young plants of 6 months to 1 year age. It contains derivatives of protopanaxodiol. It is a protopanaxodiol. Can you tell me what is the right option? A, B, C, D. What is the right answer? Yes, 2011 question. Q and X. Yes. Okay, ginseng root is obtained from the two sources, that is Panax ginseng and Panax pinguifolium. Okay, and yes, it contains a protopanaxodiol. Clear? Yes, these two are important. Next, which of the following drug is a triterpenoid containing root? Okay, see, root. Okay, so from this, if you properly use your brain, you can eliminate, okay, at least two or at least one option. Adalsa means Malabar nut means Osaka. Okay, so what is the right answer here? So you can eliminate two options from here. Okay, clear? The right answer is Satavari. Clear? Why? Because, okay, Adalsa is a plant. Adalsa is known as, Adalsa is a synonym. So that is obtained from the Wasaka. Okay, Wasaka is a leaf. Okay, but here they mentioned root itself. Root. Okay. You can eliminate these two. They can eliminate these two. Elimination method. Valerian root and Setavari root. So Setavari root contain, okay, it is a triterpenoidal containing root. Yes. So that's how you need to approach the question. So the following options carry the name of the plant, the part and its use in the family. Find the wrong combination. Here, as they are mentioned in order, okay, the species name and the part use and the family. Okay, they're asking which of the following is a wrong combination. Which of the following is a wrong combination? Okay, yes. Agale mammalus, fruit Rutaceae. It is a fruit and Rutaceae. Conium mactulum, fruit Umbelliferae. Glycyrrhiza glabra, root and stolon, Leguminosae and Strophanthus gradus, seed and Scropulariaceae. Okay, which one is the right answer here? Okay, Scropular is a family for which one? You should remember Digitalis, but it's not for the Strophanthus. Okay, Strophanthus family is Apocynaceae. So this is a wrong option, and this is a wrong combination. So right option for is, okay, Strophanthus gradus. Yes, it is obtained from seed, but the family is Apocynaceae, not Scropulariaceae. See, at least you know Scropular is a family of Distolis. There how also, okay, like how also you can find the right option. Next, anamocytic stomata, trichomes with collapsed cells and absence of calcium crystals are the sum of the microscopic features of which plant? Distalis, Hyoscyamus, Mentha and Senna. Okay, so anamocytic, okay, and trichomes with collapsed cells. Try to remember the hints. Okay, collapsed cells. They'll give you a hint in the question. You need to identify that. Okay, what is the right answer? Yes, 𝘿𝑖𝑠. Clear? And yes, you can eliminate two options from here again directly. That's what I'm saying. See, here we are discussing a topic called, so now they're asking a topic called glycoside, right? So here 𝘖𝑜𝑠𝑖𝑚 and 𝘖𝑜𝑠𝑖𝑚 is a uh, alkaloid, whereas mentha is a volatile oil. But whereas these two, senna and distal, is a two options from glycosides, and especially in that collapsed. Okay, try to remember C and D. Okay, C, what is the alphabet immediately after C? That is D. D for distal. Try to remember like that. Okay, C means collapsed cells. Next, kaolin is an active constituent of which of the following plants? We have already came across this question, but again in the 2011, this question has asked indirectly. Prunus sirona, Triplex terrestris, Ammi visnaga, and Vanilla planifolia. Okay, Triplex terrestris means puncture vine, right? Puncture vine, that is Gokru. Okay, and yes, now the question is already we have discussed, we have came across visnaga or Ammi visnaga contain active constituent called kaolin. Okay, yes. Next question. Each of the following options lists a phytoconstants, its phytochemical grouping, pharmacological activity, and corresponding the semi-synthetic analog. Find a mismatch option. Photophytotoxin, lignin, anticancer, and etoposide, cynoside, anthraquinone, laxative, and cyanogenin. Okay, atropine alkaloid, anticholinergic, and homotropin, and THC, terpinophenolic, and psychoactive, and nabolin. Which option is a mismatch here? Okay, so undoubtedly the mismatch is cynoside. Clear? Okay, here cynoside. Okay, cyanogenin is not belong to senna. Cyanogenin is not belong to senna. It is not a semi-synthetic derivative of senna. It is a black mustard semi-synthetic derivative. Clear? But not from senna. That's why it is the wrong option. Next. Ginkgo biloba is used for which of the following activity? Expectorant property, lipid lowering property, okay, platelet activating factor, antagonistic property, antidepressant activity. What is the right answer here? Okay, so ginkgo biloba is mainly used for the PAF, okay, platelet activating factor antagonistic activity. Clear? Yes. GPAT 2010 question. Next question. Amount of barbaloin present in aloe vera. Clear? So in the aloe vera, yes, we do remember. Try to remember only one thing. Okay, in the 2010 question, it is 3.5 to 4%. 3.5 to 4% is present in the aloe vera. So highest concentration of the aloe has other chemicals like aloe, amodin, rain, aloe-amodin, barbaloin, isobarbaloin. But among all this, barbaloin has a good concentration, that is 3.5 to 4%. 3.5 to 4%. Clear? 3.5 to 4%. Next, cardiac glycosides have the following configuration in the glycan part of the steroid nucleus. Cardiac glycosides have the following configuration. See, in generally, we know already, right? If the lactone ring is present at C17 beta position, okay, if the lactone ring is present in C17 beta position ring, if the lactone ring, especially if the 5-member lactone ring is there, that is known as cardiac glycoside. In the same 17 beta position, if 6-member is there, that is bufadienides. Okay, 6-member, 6 for B. Okay, benzene has a 6-member ring. Benzene is a 6-member ring. Try to remember like that. Bufadienides, B for bufadienides, B for benzene. Benzene has 6-member ring, and yes, in the 17 beta position, if the 6-member ring is there, bufadienides, and in the 17 beta position, 5-member ring is there, cardinalides. But thing is that they're asking basic configuration. Okay, basic configuration of a glycan part of the steroidal nucleus. Okay, a glycan part of the steroidal nucleus is undoubtedly 5 beta and 14 beta position. Please check the structures, and there we'll get the answer. 5 beta and 14 beta position, we are going to have the configuration. Next, quassia wood is adulterated with which of the following? 2010 question. Brucica antidysentrica, 𝘂𝑖𝑠 angustifolia, Cinnamomum, Zylanicum, and Cephalus epicanca. See, they'll give you a hint here. Quassia, okay, wood. They're asking, they wood, right? Here, 𝘂𝑖𝑠 angustifolia is not optional because it's a senna leaf. Okay, clear? Cinnamomum, Zylanicum, maybe you can consider because it's a bark. Cephalus epicanca, you can consider, right? Now tell me what is the right answer? Brucica antidysentrica. Brucica antidysentrica has a morphological similarity to this quassia wood. That's why it is a adulterant. Okay. Yes. Next. Bacopa monifera plants belong to the family. Bacopa monifera plant belongs to which family? Okay. Scrofulariaceae, Leguminosae and Polygalaceae and Rubiaceae. Bacopa monifera, biological name. See, either they directly ask the common names or the biological name, but you should remember the genus and species name along with the common name. So the family for this is, okay, Scrophulariaceae. Bacopa is Scrophulariaceae. GPAT 2010 question. Next. An example of N-glycoside, Cyanogenin, Rain, 8-glucoside, 𝘿𝙂𝙎 and adenosine. Okay, what is the example for N-glycoside? N-glycoside example. Yes, it is a 2010 question. Undoubtedly, adenosine is an example for N-glycoside. Okay, nucleotide and adenosine is a two example for N-glycoside. Okay, yes. We have clearly mentioned the table to remember the C-glycoside, O-glycoside, S-glycoside, N-glycoside in our GDC module. Please do refer those modules if you have. Otherwise, get it from our GDC Play Store. Sorry, GDC class app. Next. Triterpenoids are the active compounds of jaborandi, rhubarb, samonium and brahmi. Which of the following is a triterpenoidal active constant? Jaborandi, rhubarb and samonium and brahmi. You can eliminate all options. Samonium is not at all belong to this one because it is a glycoside. Sorry, it is alkaloid. Okay. So triterpenoids are belong to brahmi. Okay, brahmi. Clear? So brahmi. So brahmi plants are triterpenoidal. Okay, triterpenoids are active constants and yes, belongs to brahmi, and it is a mainly increase the brain power. That's why it is known as brahmi. Next, Indian rhubarb can be distinguished from the Rapontic, okay, rhubarb by inflorescence. It emits under UV light. Indian rhubarb gives which color? Indian rhubarb, already we have came across. Again, this question from 2009 also their question is asked. This question is asked. So see how the question is changing, the pattern, the way of asking, but this question is repeating. Okay, so what color? I already mentioned deep violet color. Indian jersey is a deep violet color. Okay, yes. Next, Clun's test is for the identification of which of the following: barbaloin, isobarbaloin, elanoside, and okay, aloxide. Okay, which test it is? Clun's tests are also known as isobarbaloin test. Clun's test or isobarbaloin test, because in the aloe, in order to confirm the presence of isobarbaloin, we do use this test called Clun's test or isobarbaloin test. Okay, yes. Next, match group 1 with the group 2 and identify the correct combination group 1 and group 2 glycoside, that is ginsetin, epicin and quercetin, and type of them. Okay, yes, which type? Clear? So the right option will be, okay, option A, okay, option C, 1R and 2S and 3Q and 4P. That's it. The transaction of glyceriza glabra when treated with 80% of sulfuric acid gave. GATE 2008 question. Okay, GATE 2008 question. Come on. Transaction of glyceriza glabra means liquorize. Liquorize has it is treated with 80% of sulfuric acid. Okay. So yes, with mineral acid, which means 80% is mineral acid. Okay, whenever we treat glycosides with mineral acid, it gives a yellow color. Do remember, when we treat any sugar moiety containing compounds, okay, they give us a deep yellow color. Okay, yes. Next, microscopy of bulbs of Ardenia indica, Indian squirrel family shows. Okay, Indian squirrel, Ardenia indica means Indian squirrel. Okay, Ardenia indica means Indian squirrel shows what microscopical feature of the following: presence of calcium oxalate, calcium carbonate, and silica, and rosity of calcium oxalate and rapids of calcium oxalate. What is the right answer here? Okay, rapids of calcium oxalate. Rapids of calcium oxalate. Okay, yes. Rapids of calcium oxalate is a special feature. Now, the chemical concept of C, Strophanthus gratus of, okay, woods of Echocantha skimferi belong to the family Apocynaceae, and G strophanthin. Yes, simple. Directly, okay, this question is from Strophanthus, okay, Strophanthus seed. Okay, so that's the cardiac glycoside. This G strophanthin. This G strophanthin upon hydrolysis gives what? See, only simple question. You can consider this question from here itself. No need to read everything. But they're asking G strophanthin upon hydrolysis gives what? Scalarin, 𝙂𝙎𝙎𝙬, carnosine and diazinon. What is the right answer? 50th question. Okay, 30 more to go. Okay, yes, GATE 2007 question. This gives 𝙂𝙎𝙎𝙬. Okay, G strophanthin upon hydrolysis gives 𝙂𝙎𝙎𝙬. 𝙂𝙎𝙎𝙬. Yes. Next. Okay, aloe has a two following characteristics. One is the drug obtained is white in color and has a bitter taste. The drug is opaque and yellowish brown to chocolate brown in color and breakdowns with a waxy fracture. And the drug has a pungent odor in amorphous under the microscope, and under the microscope, acyclovir crystals are visible. See, it is difficult, but we made it simple in our modules. We made it simple in our modules. You can refer our GDC Navigator modules. In that, we clearly mentioned with the table. We have already mentioned in so many videos as well. But here I am solving this question in a direct, like, so I'm I'm explaining these questions as I'm writing the examination. Okay, so directly, okay, with my knowledge, I'm solving these questions. So like how whenever you're in the examination also, this is a way to resolve these questions, to solve these questions. Next, okay, the answer will be, it is a Q and S. Q and S. The drug is opaque and yellowish brown. Under the microscope, it shows the acyclovir crystals are visible. Okay, yes. Next, Chinese rhabdotic rhubarb can be distinguished from Indian rhubarb by fluorescence developed in the UV light, which is, see, we know already Indian rhubarb which produce which color, right? Which color? Deep white color. But they're asking, what is the inflorescence of a rhabdotic rhubarb? So that is which color? Which color that is? It is a, okay, blue color. Ours is dark violet, deep violet. And yes, as it is a duplicate and is a replica for our rhubarb, so it will be a blue color. Next, citrus flavonoids are rich in which of the following are the, okay, citrus flavonoids, you can see. Okay, GATE 2005 question. Escalatin, fraxin, scopolamine, and hesperidin. Okay, do you know one important citrus flavonoid is, you know, hesperidin. Hesperidin is a important citrus flavonoid that you can find. Okay, yes. So next, glycerize is a sweet principle of licorice. Glycerizin is a sweet principle of licorice because of which of the following? Okay, so it is known as, chemically it is known as which of the following? And also the sweetness of this glycerin is due to which of the following? Calcium or magnesium salts, sorry, potassium and magnesium salts, sodium and magnesium salts, and potassium and calcium salts, and sodium and calcium salts. Yes, so it is because of potassium and calcium salts, potassium and calcium salts of glyceric acid. Because of that only sweetness is induced, and this form is known as glycerizin. Yes. Next, while cherry bark contains prunasin, which is a phenolic glycoside, isothiocyanic glycoside, coumarin glycoside, and cyanogenetic glycoside, which is it? So what is the classification of wild cherry bark? Yes, GATE 2004 question. This is a cyanogenetic glycoside. Okay, for isothiocyanate, black mustard, cyanogenin. Okay, clear? And cyanogenetic, we are going to have bitter almond, wild cherry bark. Okay, yes. Next, quercetin is chemically known as, is GATE 2004 question. 573 trihydroxyflavone, 5734 trihydroxyflavonones. Okay, 35734 pentahydroxyflavanol, 35734 pentahydroxyflavone. What is the right answer? Okay, see, quercetin chemical form, very rarely they'll ask you. Do not worry, do not afraid, but just to look at the example, just to remember. If may repeat, you can answer because you have already watched this session. Okay, so it is a 35734 pentahydroxyflavanol quercetin is. Check the structure. Okay, next, group 1 and group 2 in that lanreotide and a glycan part. Okay, lanreotide A, B, C. Okay, these are all from the distalis. Distalis upon hydrolysis gives its derivatives like lanreotide. Okay, or it's known as purpuroside. Okay, purpuroglycosides. That purpuroglycoside A is known as lanreotide A. Purpuroglycoside B is known as lanreotide B. Like how it goes on. Okay, now tell me, so their corresponding things. Okay, firstly, the main chief constant is, okay, the main chief constant of the distalis is digitoxyzinin, right? Digitoxyzinin. So that will be giving the priority to the, okay, A. Clear? A digitoxin. Okay, the name of the plant is digitalis. Okay, so that digitoxin, first chemical concept obtained from this digitoxin. Okay, digitoxin. So that digitoxyzinin, as it is a 9-glycan moiety, digitoxyzinin. Okay, next 2P. B means, okay, getoxygenin. Then remove this di. Then getoxygenin. Getoxygenin. Next 3 means R. 3 means R. Deoxygenin. Deoxygenin. And lastly getoxygenin. Clear? Yes. 4 means Q. Yes. So that's the right answer. Next, Morphological characteristic with respect to the distalis leaf is ovate and lanceolate with entire margin, ovate lanceolate with a crenate margin, linear lanceolate with a serrate margin, and linear lanceolate with a sinuate margin. Yes, this question from GATE examination. Now they are not asking that much regarding the morphology, but we have meant them. We have already clearly mentioned them in a we already mentioned. Sorry. Okay. So clearly mentioned in our module series, in our module. So you can refer the structural representation of the leaves as well with respect to example. So the morphological characteristic with respect to distalis leaf is ovate lanceolate with crenate margin. So that is a morphological structure of distalis leaf. Next. Morphological characteristic of trichomes with respect to distalis leaf. What type of microscope? What type of trichomes are present in the distalis leaf? So first of all, you should remember, at least no need to cover all the microscopical features. Try to recollect datura, distalis, vasaka, senna, okay, and belladonna. These 5 leaves are important. Okay, so for these 5 leaves, try to check their microscopy in terms of trichomes, in terms of stomata. Okay, and yes. Now, so what type of trichomes are present in here? Okay, so here we can see multicellular uniseriate with 10 to 14 cells. 10 to 14 cells. Multicellular uniseriate with 10 to 14 cells. But whereas when you see vat-E trichomes means senna. Next. The cardiac glycosides give us a positive test for which of the following? Yes, again you can eliminate these 2 options. Okay, one is 𝘂𝙋𝘼𝙏 test. 𝘂𝙋𝘼𝙏 test is for the caffeine, phenol alkaloids. Okay, 𝘖𝙄𝙎𝑃 test is for the cinchona, quinol alkaloids. But here they are clearly mentioning the glycoside. Glycoside means they should be at least from any one of these 2 tests. Clear? Clear? Yes. So, but the Bontrager's test is for the anthraquinone glycosides. It is not for the cardiac glycoside. So, the last option is legal test. Okay, legal test. Next. The what concepts are present in the petroleum ether and benzene extract. Okay, so which means when you make the extraction, which are present, which are easily extracted by means of this petroleum ether and benzene extract. Okay, plant sterols, tropinalkaloids, sesquiterpenoids, and purines. What are they? Okay, so GATE 2003 question. So this plant sterols are easily solubilized in ether and benzene extract. Okay, petroleum ether and benzene extract. If you want to extract or separate the plant sterol, better solvent is petroleum ether and benzene extract. Next. What constants are present in the ethyl alcohol and aqueous extract? What constants are present in the ethyl alcohol and aqueous extract? Plant lipids, anthraquinone glycosides, alkaloids, and plant phenols and saponins, which are soluble in this, ethyl alcohol and aqueous extract. Comment down your answer if you know. See, there are plant phenols and saponins they are easily soluble in the ethyl alcohol and aqueous extract. Next, in case of distalis purpura, the cardiac activity is maximum with which of the following? Odoroside H, digoxin, digitoxin, and purpura glycoside A. What's the perfect answer for this? Please do comment. Okay, yes, the right answer is purpura glycoside A has the maximum cardiac activity. Okay, GATE 2002 question. Next, cascaroside A is an example of which type of glycoside based on the glycoside linkage? O glycoside, C glycoside, N and S glycoside, and O and C glycoside. Cascaroside. Okay, clear? Aloe and cascara are having the which example? O glycoside, O and C glycoside, O and C glycoside. And next, the extraction of steroidal saponins on commercial scale is from steroidal saponins are from the Dioscorea, distalis, datura, and trigonella. Trigonella fenugreek not, datura not, because datura is an alkaloid. Distalis is a cardiac glycoside, but they are asking the steroidal glycoside, that is undoubtedly Dioscorea deltoida. Why? Because Dioscorea deltoida is acts as a precursor for the corticosteroids. From these, we are going to synthesize the artificial or synthetic, it can be acted as a precursor for the synthesis of hormones in our body. Next, the distalis C17 position of the steroidal ring is substituted by, I'll tell you, do not worry, the distalis glycoside at C17 position of steroidal ring is substituted by, 17 beta position in the 17 beta position, and 17 beta and 3 beta. Here So 17 beta position, simple 17 beta position and 3 beta position. Clear? In the 17 beta position, sorry to say, okay, here 17 beta position, 17 beta position, 17 beta position. Okay, see 17 beta position. In this is glycoside C17 position of the steroidal ring is substituted by, yes, I already discussed. In the C17 position, if it contains 5-membered ring, undoubtedly that is a cardiac glycoside. That is a cardiac glycoside. So distal is a cardiac glycoside. So the right option is unsaturated. Which member ring? 5-member ring at C17 beta position. C17 beta position. Clear? Okay. Yes. So that's why it is the right answer here. 17 beta. That okay. That technical errors is nothing but 17 beta position. In the 17 beta position, unsaturated 5-member lactone ring is there. Then only it is a cardiac glycoside. Okay, if it is contain a 6-member ring in the 17 beta position, in the 17 beta position, that is a bufadolite, clear, and no unsaturated 6-member ring and no lactam ring is present. If it is a cardiac glycoside, it should be have a 17 beta position, 5-member lactone ring. Next, choose the correct trichomes of Distalis purpurea. Choose the correct trichomes of Distalis purpurea. Numerous covering trichomes and a few glandular trichomes, few covering trichomes, few glandular trichomes, and few covering trichomes and few glandular trichomes. What are they? What is the right option? So Distalis contain numerous covering trichomes and few glandular trichomes. Distalis has a more number of covering trichomes, very few glandular trichomes. Okay. Yes. Get to the one question. Panaxodiol is a constituent of ginger, jetamancy, pepper, and ginseng. What is the right answer? Panaxodiol. Okay, Panax, ginseng and Panax quinquefolium. Panax ginseng and Panax quinquefolium. So obviously the right answer is from the ginseng. Okay, clear? Not from ginger, not from pepper, not from jetamancy. Okay, yes. So match the following, match the Distalis glycon with the appropriate hydroxy cardinalites. Match the Distalis, these are aglycan moiety, and with that appropriate hydroxy cardinalites we need to attach. What is the right answer here? 3 beta, 12 beta, 14 beta, okay, and 14 beta dihydrocardinalite, 3 beta, 14 beta, 16 beta trihydroxycardinalite, 3 beta, 12 beta, 16 beta trihydroxycardinalite. What is the right answer here? See, the right answer will be 1 is equal to G. Getoxyxanine is for 3 beta, 14 beta, okay, 16 beta, okay, trihydroxycardinalite, and 2 means digoxin means, okay, 3 beta, 12 beta, and 14 beta. Yes. Next. The following glycosides of Distalis purpurea gives a hydrolysis. The genus and sugars are listed below. P and S to match then. Clear? Yes, 17. That is nothing but 17. Whenever that okay, technical is there, that is 17. Purpurea glycoside A, purpurea glycoside B. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 11, 19 hexahydroxycardinalide glucose and isoxose. And yes, rest of this are follows, and tell me the right option from this question. Okay, the right option is 1. Purpurea glycoside is Q, 3 beta, 14 beta dihydroxycarbonate plus glucose plus isoxose, and 2 means R, that is 3 beta, 14 beta, 16 beta trihydroxycarbonate and glucose and isoxose. Yes. 1998 question. Choose the correct name of deoxyxanine. Now 1997 gate question. Okay, so what is the chemical name of a deoxyxanine? 3 beta, 14 beta, 16 beta trihydroxycarbonate. Yes, and 3 beta, 12 beta, 14 beta trihydroxycarbonate, and 3 beta, 14 beta trihydroxycarbonate, and 1, 3, 5, 11 A, 13, 19 B hexahydroxycarbonate. What is the right answer? Okay, so even the right answer will be 3 beta, 14 beta dihydroxycarbonate. Okay, if you see the structure of this one, thereby you'll understand. Next. Bond track is tested to perform for the identification of which of the following: reserpine and dianthrone of rain. You can eliminate 2 options. Okay, which is the right answer here? Reserpine is alkaloid, so that you can eliminate that one. And the right option is dianthrone of rain, which means LO. Okay, for the digoxin and digoxin, we have which test? 𝘿𝙬𝙎𝘾𝙐𝙎. These two are from the Distalis a cardiac glycoside. For the cardiac glycoside, we have a 𝘿𝙬𝙎𝘾𝙐𝙎, legal test, Balje test, Limbaum Butcher test. Those are the for the cardiac glycosides. But reserpine is a alkaloid. But only one thing, LO is a okay. As it is a C glycoside, it can be confirmed by bond track test. Next. Senna leaf IP consists of, simple. They're asking the source of senna leaf. It is obtained from the dried leaves of Acacia acutifolia and Acacia angustifolia. It's obtained from the dried leaves of Acacia indica. It is obtained from the dried leaves of Acacia, okay, carpinifolia. And yes, dried leaves of Acacia carpinifolia and Acacia acutifolia. What is the source of senna? Source of senna is Acacia, okay, Acacia acutifolia and Acacia angustifolia. Indian senna and Alexandrian senna. Yes. Family Leguminaceae and diazonanes. So what is a diazone? Diazone, whether it is alkaloid or whether it is a carbohydrate or none of this. We know already diazone is a steroidal glycoside, so that it is a glycoside obtained from the Dioscorea deltoideotubus Dioscoreaceae family. Okay, yes. So right answer is Dioscorea. Okay, yes. Amygdalin on hydrolysis gives amygdalin. Okay, amygdalin gives mandolonitrile and benzaldehyde. Okay, mandolonitrile, benzaldehyde and glucose, mandolonitrile and glucose, and mandolonitrile and benzaldehyde plus rhamnose. What is the right answer? So this amygdalin is obtained from the bitter almond. Yes, why the bitter almond is very bitter? Why? Because it doesn't have the glucose or rhamnose. Okay, it doesn't have any glucose molecule. That's why here. See, if it contains any of this glucose, maybe the bitter almond may become sweeter, but it doesn't contain. Okay, it doesn't contain glucose molecule. That's why it is bitter. Try to remember. No bitter almond contains sugar. That's why here in these all of them we have the sugar, but in this option there is no sugar. Why? Because it is obtained from the bitter almond. Bitter almond contains amygdalin. Powdered distillate is a dried at temperature of not exceeding 60 degrees, okay, and 65 degrees centigrade, 70 degrees and 100 degrees. In the cultivation, collection and practices we have mentioned in our module, okay, so that it should not be exceeded 60 degrees centigrade. Why? Because it leads to, okay, degradation, chemical degradation. Okay, yes. Next, okay, C17 beta position unsaturated lactone ring is a common feature of C17 beta position is a, okay, C17 beta position is a, obviously unsaturated lactone ring is a common feature of which of the following? Okay, unsaturated lactone ring, 5-member lactone ring. Obviously for cardiac glycosides, which of the following are the cardiac glycosides? Okay, only two, that is, okay, distalis and stopanthus. These two are the cardiac glycosides. Yes, these are all glycosides, but C17 beta position means C17 beta position unsaturated lactone ring. Okay, which means that is undoubtedly a cardiac glycoside. Cardiac glycoside is nothing but distalis and stopanthus. Okay, C3 𝙂𝙋𝘼𝑔lycoside, this toxin is used for. What is the use of 𝙂𝙋𝘼𝑔lycoside? That is digitoxin. Cardiac action, hypotensive action, precipitating steroid form from solution, precipitating the anthraquinone glycosides. What is the right? Okay, yes. So 𝙂𝙧 action is undoubtedly cardiac action. We know already glycosides. Okay. 1918 question. And anamocytic stomata are found in the leaves of which of the following? Foxglove, Ginea martima, Acacia acutifolia, Atropa belladonna. Foxglove, Ginea martima, Acacia acutifolia, and Atropa belladonna. What is the right answer here? Yes, it is from the foxglove. It is from the foxglove, which means Distalis purpurea has an anamocytic stomata. Okay, foxglove synonym. See, indirectly they're asking the synonym questions. Okay, yes. Almost there. The sugar moiety of Distalis purpurea is 2,6-deoxyallose, 2,6-deoxyglucose, 2,6-deoxyrhamnose, and 2,6-deoxygalactose. What is the right answer? Yes, it is nothing but, okay, 1918 question. The answer is 2,6-deoxyglucose. Clear? Yes. So that's why based on the deoxyglucose only we are confirming the Distalis, because Killer-Killarney test will okay, identify the deoxy sugar. Next, last question, I think so. A rhamnose glucoside on complete hydrolysis give which of the following? Rhamnose glucoside upon hydrolysis gives which of the following? 1988 question, the last and first question of the GPAT or GATE examination. Okay, so a glycon and fructose and rhamnose, a glycon, ribose and rhamnose, a glycon, rhamnose and glucose, and rhamnose and fructose. What are these questions? What are these questions? Okay, yes. So the right answer is a glycon, rhamnose and glucose. A glycon, rhamnose and glucose. Next, Indian and African senna leaves differ from each other based on which factor? Vinylate number, stomatal number, color, and all of this. Color and all of this. Okay, which are the following? Indian senna and African senna differ from which of the following differences? Okay, what makes the difference between these two centers? GATE 1988 question. Vinyl number, stomatal number, color, and all of this? Yes, they are differ from all these factors. These two are different from all of these factors. Okay, not even a single thing. Clear? Next, salicin, a phenolic glycoside on hydrolysis yields. Salicin, okay, it is obtained from the Salix alba. It is a okay, it is a glycoside. Okay, upon hydrolysis gives salicylic alcohol and glucose, phenol and glucose, salicylic alcohol and glucose, and salicyl aldehyde and glucose. What is your call on this particular question? Please do mention your answer, and also please do mention, okay, salicylic alcohol and glucose, salicyl alcohol and glucose. So these are the questions from the, okay, topic called glycosides from 1988 to 2025 questions. Okay, so maybe from these questions only we can expect maybe some questions may repeat in this 2020 GPAT exam, 2026 GPAT examination. Okay, so that, okay, I hope you understood. For more such videos, do follow GDC, and yes, share this video to your friend. Okay, and we'll see in the next PYQ series video. Okay, until then, have a great day. Thank you. Jai Hind.